In today's video, we're going to talk about estimated wait times at US consulates abroad for immigrant visas, that is, for green card processes. Hi, my name is Oscar, and as you know, I'm a scientist, not a lawyer, and in this channel we cover green cards in which you can be a self-petitioner. That means that you don't need to have a lawyer. You can save those thousands of dollars. We teach you how to do that if you want to do it yourself, but also you can do it without having a company sponsoring you. Usually we cover EB-20W and EB-1A. Those are the two green card categories in which you can do that. However, today we're going to go beyond that because once a month we come here and we talk about the estimated wait times for that second part of the process if you are abroad. If you are abroad, once you do your I-140 process in employment or your I-130 in family green cards, then you have to go to an embassy abroad, to a consulate, a US consulate, and you have to go to an interview. And different consulates have different wait times. So today, let's talk about that. We're going to cover all green cards. And as you know, we do this because a few months ago, an official website was released, and we talked about it in this video that we show over here, in which they tell us those estimated wait times. Remember that these are just estimates, and your specific wait time can be a little bit different. And so today we're going to provide that official information, and it can serve you as a guide. We also compare what has been happening, especially in the previous month, and in some cases we will show you a graph with a bigger time period. So if you were to go to that official website, by the way, you have the link in the description of the video, you will see a menu like this in which you can choose the visa category: immediate family, family-sponsored visas, or employment-based visas, green cards, and then you select the post. The post is the city in which that US consulate is in, and then you will obtain that date. That is the date that the National Visa Center is currently scheduling documentarily complete cases with visas available. That means that you need to be documentarily complete, or formerly called documentarily qualified, or DQ, and there needs to be a visa available for you. So you must go to the visa bulletin and check if your priority date is current based on table A. What we do in these videos is we convert these dates in months. What would be the estimated time to get your appointment? So let's start with employment-based green cards as of November 2025. And employment-based covers first preference, EB1, and that includes EB1A, extraordinary ability, outstanding professors, EB1B, and multinational managers, EB1C. Then we have EB2, which includes EB-20W, which you can self-petition, and we have EB3 as well. So let's start with those posts with more than 2 years of wait time. We have Dhaka, 48 months, adding one more month compared to the previous report. We have Lagos, 32 months, remains the same. We have Manila, 29 months, Cotonou, also 29, and Nairobi, 26. Between 1 and 2 years, we have Seoul with 24 months, adding one more month. And here, I'll show you the progression. We saw South Korea getting a little bit worse during the summer months and reaching more than 25 months of wait time. And now it's gone down, but still quite high with over 20 months, like I was saying, 24 right now. Yerevan, 21 months. Islamabad, 19 months. Abu Dhabi, 18 months, and it gets better by 3. Johannesburg and Rio de Janeiro, 17 months, adding both 1 month. Ciudad Juarez and Montreal, 15 months, both of them get a little bit better. Between 6 months and 1 year, we have Taipei with 9 months, London with 8 months, Ankara and Santo Domingo with 6 months each. Ankara is getting better by 3 months, and Santo Domingo gets a little bit worse just by 1 month. And here we have that progression that Santo Domingo has seen, with big improvement from August to September, and now is getting a little bit more delayed again. It seems like they're having issues maintaining that good pace that we were seeing. Between 3 and 6 months, we have Ho Chi Minh with 5 months, getting better by 2 months. And here we have all the other posts with 3 months or less of estimated wait time. We have Gwangju, Hong Kong, Mumbai, and Warsaw with 1 month each. And then everyone else here has a report of no wait time shown in that official website. We don't know if that is actually true or they are just not reporting the numbers properly. So I'll give you a second to pause the video in case you want to take a look and find your own US consulate. And we continue to the last screen. Again, these are posts with no wait time reported as per this official website. And before we jump to the family green cards, we are going to go with Marina, and she's going to tell us a little bit of the resources we offer to self-petitioners like maybe yourself who want to do this employment green card process by themselves in EB1A or EB2NAW.
Let's take a quick break to tell you all about the resources that we offer in our websites. Our website, allscarsgreencard.com, is the main portal to access all of our resources in one place. From there, you can go to our specific websites about the EB1A and EB2NAW categories. There is a lot of information about these two categories. You can read our latest posts, learn from the success stories of our course members, and stay up to date with the recent news about these green cards. But what we recommend the most is our courses. We have 4 different courses. Let's start with the 2 courses focused on the petition writing. We have one for EB1A and another one for EB2NAW category. These are focused on teaching you how to prepare a good petition step by step. We tell you everything about the requirements of each category, how to craft recommendation letters, and we talk about the forms and the fees. In every lesson, you can write your questions down so you're not left with any doubts. Also, in the EB2NAW course, we meet once a month, so we can answer your questions face to face and learn from each other. On top of these 2 courses, we offer an additional course about responding to a request for evidence in the EB2NAW category, and another one to teach you the requirements of each category and how to build your profile. So after everything I've told you, what are you waiting for? Join us, we learn together.
Well, thank you, Marina. And we go back to our screen to immediate relative green cards as of November 2025. And an immediate relative is a spouse of a US citizen, the unmarried child under 21 years of age of a US citizen, or the parent of a US citizen if the US citizen is 21 years or older. With more than 2 years of estimated wait time, we have Port-au-Prince with 55 months. And here we have the graph for Port-au-Prince, and you can see how the situation has always been bad in terms of wait time over there. Then we have Nassau with 37, adding a whooping 31-month wait time period, which is something that we see sometimes for some US consulates. We don't know if they were not reporting in the time properly before, and now they just started reporting, and this is actually the wait time. We'll have to see. We keep an eye on these particular posts in coming months to see if that situation is still there. Accra, 27 months, adding 1 month, and here we also have the graph for Accra, and you see how it's steadily and slowly increasing in terms of wait time over there. Between 1 and 2 years, we have Yerevan, Abidjan, and Abu Dhabi with 22 months each. We have Addis Ababa, Ciudad Juárez, and Lagos with 18 months each. Santo Domingo, 15, Monrovia, 14, and Doha, Freetown, Kinshasa, 13 each. By the way, Freetown gets better by 4 months. And then we have Cairo with 12 months, also getting better by 3 months. And here we have a couple of examples of those US posts. We see that Abu Dhabi got better at the end of summer and now is steadily around the 20-month mark in these categories. And then we have Doha, showing a very similar trend, also with better numbers, also got better from August to September, and now is steadily increasing, slowly increasing back. Between 6 months and 1 year, we have Lome, 11 months, Nairobi, 10 months, Kigali, Dushanbe, and Cotonou, 9 months each, Kuala Lumpur, Islamabad, and Muscat, 8 months each, and Ankara, Dhaka, and Guatemala City, 7 months each. Note that Ankara also in this category gets better by 5 months, but Guatemala City is slowing down 3 months more than the previous report. And here you can see how in Turkey the situation is getting better. Historically, since May, things have gotten better, and now we see again a step change in the right direction. Between 3 and 6 months, we have Johannesburg and San Salvador with 5 months each, Amman, Casablanca, Kathmandu, Lusaka, Montreal, Phnom Penh, Taipei, and Tegucigalpa, each with 4 months of estimated wait time. And now one of the last screens is 3 months or less, and here we have categorized in 3, 2, or 1 month. We have in blue those posts with 3 months of estimated wait time. Here in orange we have the ones with 2 months, and here in black we have 1 month wait time. So I'll give you a second to pause the video, and we are going now to see the posts with no estimated wait time reported. And these are the countries with no estimated wait time reported. I'll give you a second to pause the video and find your US consulate of interest. And we continue with the last big category, which is the family green cards. And those are the F1, F2A, F2B, F3, and F4. Here we have, with more than 2 years of wait time, we have Dhaka, Accra, Kinshasa, and Santo Domingo. But it's important to note, and that's why I left it here, that Port-au-Prince has suddenly disappeared from this list. We'll see later where it is now. Very interesting, and one of those fluctuations that we see sometimes that is a little bit weird. Santo Domingo, you see that is now at 26 months, and it has also oscillated quite a bit. And we have Accra that has started the period with 40 months of wait time. Then it went all the way down to almost 0 in September, and now is back to around those 25 months of wait time. Between 1 and 2 years, we have Ciudad Juarez with 18, Abu Dhabi and Nairobi with 16, Abidjan and Islamabad with 13 each, and Yerevan with 12. And note how Nairobi has gotten better by 9 months in this report, and you have the progression here on this graph. It's also a very unstable plot where we saw September getting much better compared to the summer. Then October got again worse, and now it's getting back to the September levels. And Ciudad Juarez is also a case where we don't see much stability, and right now we are at that 18-month mark. Between 6 months and 1 year, we see Cairo with 11 months and Manila with 10 months, getting better by 6 months, which is great to see. And here you have the progression of Manila. It started almost at 50 months in May 2025. It got all the way down to September, and then a little bit of increase in October, but now we are back to those 10 months that I just mentioned. Taipei, 8 months, adding 1, and Taipei is a different situation where it's just getting worse. Every month we get a new number. Then we have Ankara, Mumbai, and Rio de Janeiro, 7 months each. Ankara and Rio de Janeiro getting better by 4 and 3 months, respectively. Between 3 and 6 months, we have Montreal, Port-au-Prince, and San Salvador with 5 months. And here we find Port-au-Prince that I told you at the beginning, and it just got 60 months wiped off their numbers. This is very, very strange, so we'll keep an eye as for other posts. Addis Ababa and Ho Chi Minh, 4 months each. And here you have Ho Chi Minh, also a great progression. It had started at 50 months in May, and slowly, and well, actually not slowly, quite fast, getting better and better. And now we are at almost no wait time reported. And here we get to the end with Lagos, 3 months. And then we have Georgetown, Guatemala, Monrovia, Seoul, Tashkent, and Yaoundé with 2 months. And then we have this list of posts here with 1 month of estimated wait time. And then we have those posts with no wait time reported according to this official website. I'll give you a second to take a look, and we will continue to the last screen. Also, no wait time reported. We have all these US consulates. And we are going to get to the end where we take a look at the comments that we got from previous videos. So if you have a comment, if you are in this process, we would love to hear what is your real timeline so we can compare these numbers with a real case. And in the last video, we didn't get a lot of information. We have one person saying that he was still waiting for an appointment in London, 11 months waiting, even though the visa was available since January 2025. However, we don't know what category, if it's employment or family or what it is. And also we don't know what was the DQ date. That is also important to estimate if this wait time this person is reporting is actually in line with the numbers that we are seeing in the website. And then we have a question: if I have approve I-140 instead of doing adjustment of status? Can I leave the country and do consular processing in areas where they do 3 months or less? And here our answer was yes, but switching from adjustment of status to consular processing involves filing a form, which costs money and can take months of processing. So it's always easier to do the opposite change than a change in this direction. However, I must add that you cannot just choose your post. You have to go to your consulate, either the place of your citizenship or where you are permanently residing, and you need to show proof of that when you ask them to move your case from one post to the other. Otherwise, think about it, everyone would look at the list and go to those posts where there is no wait time. It does suck for those that are in a country where you see 50 months of wait time, something that they really need to resolve, because it really is not acceptable that you have to wait for such a long time for a process like this that is really life-changing. So, what is your opinion about all of this? Let me know in the comments. If you have a real timeline, I want to hear about it. And as usual, we will see you in the next video. Good luck.